What's going on, guys? Scopomar TV here, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a reaction to a young lady saying that she can tell the type of man a woman has based on that woman's behavior. Now, I'm not sure how she comes to this conclusion. We will find out. In this world where men gets blamed for the cat sneezing the wrong way or the dog running too fast, a man will get blamed for a woman thinking he's cheating when he's sleeping. Now, let's listen to this woman talk, and we're gonna have some conversations about what she has to say.
I can always tell what type of guy a man is by the way his girlfriend act. Yeah, the way the girlfriend act is gonna give it away every time. Like, for example, when a woman acts like a baby girl or a princess or just like a baby, specifically around her man, then 9 times out of 10 chances her man treats her right. Her inner child is safe. Her inner child is thriving. She is thriving in her femininity 100%. And
now, that is her first topic. She says that when a woman acts like a baby, her man is treating her right and her inner child. So she's equating being a woman, being a feminine woman to a child. That's what she's equating. She's equating a woman acting like a child to being feminine. Something is wrong there. I'm not sure how she comes to this conclusion. A person's personality will be their personality whether or not you're being mean, whether or not you're being kind. To me, I'm not saying that somebody can't feel comfortable or let their guards down. But being feminine is not being a child. That's like saying a woman that's feminine don't have any sense. It don't make any sense to me, but let's keep going.
The way her man treats her reflects that. Like, her world would be literally unicorns and rainbows because she's being treated like a princess. Literally, like, just laughing all the time, joyful, playful, everything. But when a woman is just...
the princess treatment. The good old princess treatment. You know, I've came across many girls like that before where they always wanted to be treated like a princess. But after a while, the real world becomes the real world. And all that Disney World fairy tale stuff is played out. Because, let's say for example, and this is the main reason why a lot of relationships do not work out. You treat her like a princess in the first stages of dating. She's going to expect that all the way through. Now you get married to this woman. You have a kid. The kid is a girl or the kid is a boy. That kid now becomes the main focal point of your relationship. You know what happens to the girl that wants to be treated like a princess all the time? She's going to be angry and complaining all the time, even though you're doing all you can to make sure you bring the kid up in this world in the right way, because she has to be the center of attention. A lot of times these people come online and talk about how people should act and how should you date, but they never talk about the kids. They never talk about when that third person comes into the relationship, how the dynamics change and how to work around it. They all believe that it's all dinners and movies and fancy dates and fancy handbags and fancy shoes, but they never talk about the real reality. There's nobody that has time to be this princess when you got a crying child that you got to take to school in the morning. Let's be real.
Just more serious and more calm. 9 times out of 10 chances she's just dealing with a more decent man. And when I say decent, I mean like one of those men that just give out the bare minimum and she's just kind of like okay with that. Like, you know, like he's not really giving her the princess treatment, but he's giving her enough to like have her. Hence is why she's not very playful and stuff, because she probably don't find shit funny. Now when a...
do you realize that everything she's saying is tied back to that man? Like I said in the beginning of the video, if the cat sneezes the wrong way, it's the man's fault. It's never this woman's fault. In her mind, she believes that every action is tied back to this man, as if this man was not born into this world by himself and will leave the world by himself. something is wrong with society. If this is the way that women are thinking, they believing that it's the man's fault for their uh emotions being all over the place and having a bad day is his fault, then no wonder why the dating market is crashing right now.
A woman is overly emotional and mean, 9 times out of 10 chances her man ain't shit. And I'm just gonna keep it. She's overly emotional because he's constantly putting her through BS. So every little thing he does triggers her because she's constantly putting up with stuff. I'm telling you.
Do you realize this? One thing she says that he's putting her through stuff. Now, in a relationship, people put each other through many different obstacles. I'm sorry. Don't think that life is about fancy dates and handbags and shoes when you're living together with your partner. This is why, like I said, I always find it comical when these young people who have never experienced life comes on the internet and starts talking because they have no clue. And you know what's sad? Their elders, their surroundings have failed them because they are not telling them the truth. They're not telling them the truth, They believe that life should be always this one high rise going up the charts of happiness, and it will never be like that. And when it's never like that, when they never get their way, they get frustrated and they run, and they keep on running to the next man, chasing this high, chasing this forever glow, which is fading as they age. And they're looking around like, okay, everybody else is married and not me. Why not me? Because you believe that you are above everybody else. That is the type of mentality of the princess. They believe that they are above everybody else. They do not view the man that they're with as a human being, and they will continue to treat him as a doormat. And the minute he says, well, guess what? I am not a doormat, then he's putting her through stuff. You're not supposed to require anything. Just shut up. Give her the money. Give her whatever she wants.
Y'all, I have studied it. I have been in the situations, all three, and I know for a fact. I'm not lying. I can always tell what type of guy.
She has been in all three. She been in the relationship where the man treats her like a princess, gives her all that she wants. She has been in a relationship where the man gave her just what she needed, the bare minimum. And she been in a relationship where the man put her through hell. I'm trying to see which one is she with, because I'm she didn't really give any clarification on which one is she with. It seems like she has not been fulfilled because she said she's been in it. She's not currently in any one of them, but she felt like she had the expertise to talk about this topic. Man, this is very comical, but let's get into the comment section and see what people got to say. Someone says, I do not want a child. I want a grown woman. Someone else says, no matter how you treat a stray dog, they will more than likely bite you. And this ain't about dogs. Find someone who accepts the least of you and reward them with the best of you. I swear, yo, these women are literally children. You have fully grown adult children. That is facts. The problem that I see with society right now is that the women want to be treated like kids. They do not want to be held accountable for their actions. They do not want to be told they're wrong. They're above criticism. They're above the minimum requirement of anything, or else you're a bad guy. You are a bad guy for asking to be treated like a human being. You are a bad guy for not treating them like they're royalty above you, when in perspective it should be where they treat each other equally, right? Nah. They believe in fairy tales and they chase fairy tales. And fairy tales, guess what? It's not real. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this video. Like I said, not meaning to bash her, but I'm just finding this video and I came across it and I just thought it was funny of how she believes that everything that a woman does Her actions, her behavior is tied back to blaming that man for her actions, which is a lack of accountability. The number one word, the poison that they do not want to take, or should I say, the cure that they do not want to take, accountability. With that said, guys, Scope of TV, I'm out.